The house stood at the end of Maple Street, a tall, imposing structure shrouded in shadow. Its windows, dark and vacant, stared out like the eyes of a watchful beast. The paint peeled, revealing the raw, aged brick beneath. The garden, once vibrant, now lay overgrown and neglected. It was a house that whispered of forgotten memories and unspoken secrets. The house had stood empty for years. Locals told tales of its troubled past, whispering of strange occurrences and unexplained noises. Some spoke of a family torn apart by tragedy, their souls forever bound to the house. Others claimed to have seen flickering lights in the dead of night, accompanied by the sound of disembodied footsteps echoing through the empty halls. Whatever the truth, the house on Maple Street cast a long shadow over the neighborhood. The house was built in the early 1900s. It was a time of great prosperity, and the house reflected the wealth and status of its original owners. The family who lived there, the Vardens, were prominent members of Chennai's elite. They hosted lavish parties and were known for their generosity, but their happiness was short-lived. Tragedy struck the Vardens when their only daughter, Rani, died under mysterious circumstances. She was just a child, full of life and laughter. Her death shattered the family, leaving them broken and inconsolable. Mr. and Mrs. Vardan, unable to bear the weight of their grief, both died within a year of their daughter. The house, once filled with joy and laughter, fell silent. Some say Rani never truly left. They say her spirit lingers, seeking solace and companionship. The new tenants, the Sharmas, were a young couple. They were drawn to the house's faded grandeur, its promise of a fresh start. They dismissed the local stories as mere superstition. They soon realized their mistake. One night, Mrs. Sharma woke with a start. She felt a cold presence in the room. She turned to her husband, but he was sound asleep. She tried to call out to him, but her voice caught in her throat. She felt a chill run down her spine as she sensed something brush past her. A whispered word, barely audible, sent shivers down her spine. "Rani," it breathed, the name hanging heavy in the air. The events that followed were subtle at first. Objects moved. Doors creaked open and closed on their own. Footsteps echoed in the dead of night. Then the occurrences escalated. Lights flickered. Whispers filled the air. One night, Mr. Sharma saw her, a fleeting glimpse of a young girl in a white dress. He tried to rationalize it, to explain it away. But deep down he knew the house was haunted. The Sharmas tried everything to rid themselves of the unwelcome presence. They brought in priests, performed rituals, even consulted paranormal investigators. But nothing worked. The haunting continued, each event more unsettling than the last. The house on Maple Street held on to its secrets, a chilling reminder that some things cannot be explained.